It's girly power. It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. On first down, Solano, and his first look is incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, but it'll be second down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They run. It's Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. In the end zone, much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at the 20. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 35 on second down, Carr drops this off to Richard.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why, where we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Carr completes it. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Michael Brockers in on the stop. From the 22, Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down at 17. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Woods, the intended receiver. Third down here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a big as he gets it away. Here comes Grant on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 45 on second down. Carr. It's Williams on the catch. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. On second down now, Richard. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 25. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Carr to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he'll take this one down near the 15. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only one on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Solano. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Returnable for Grant. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Carr now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Carr now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Okay, Okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw his Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hatchet. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. White.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again they run with Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Carr. From left side, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Carr. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Running is Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Raiders on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Carr now to throw. Able to find Walter. That's complete. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Second sack of the afternoon.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 10, touchdown, LA! That kick return TD is 98 yards in length, and the Rams are able to cut into this lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now Carr on the bootleg. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Solano, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Solano. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down, L.A. Throwing on 1st down, Solano. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will make the lead now 26. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Raiders, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for L.A., they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks.
Down! 180! That's it! Down! 185! Push it hard! White down! 180! Push it hard! Down! Blue 80! That's it! Monday, down! Blue 80! That's it!
All right, this is it. The gold standard. We are going for gold.
Down! 180! Push it hard, hard! Down! You 180! What's up? Down! 180! Push it hard, hard! White down! 185! Push it hard, hard! Down! 180! That's it! Monday, down! Blue 80! Push it hard! Down! 180! Push it hard! Down! Blue 80! Blue 80! What's up? Down! 180! That's up! Down! You 180! That's up! White down! 180! Push it hard, hard, hard! Down! 185! What's up? Monday, down! 180! Push it hard, hard, hard! Down! 180! 180, we're good, we're good! Blue 80! Let's say hard, hard, hard! Down! Blue 80! That's it! Down! 180! Push it hard! Down! You 180! Push it up! right, down. White 80. Blue 80. That's it.
Hey, man, listen. Great job today. It was a step in the right direction for you and this team.